implying that possibly Skella was going to be the one Agath chose to buy the mansion. Dante offered the lowest amount. There is a book on codes, a book on plants, a book about bats, a book about poison, which you're about to open, the space book, and then there is a fantasy book. All on this page, all on that shelf there that you were looking at, and for some reason they're not alphabetized or anything like that. They're just seemingly out of place. You hear a noise, but nothing happens. Of course, the ingredients to that poison would be in my kitchen. It's literally a kitchen. It's got everything. I have the worst room in the mansion. There are rooms 3 times larger than mine, okay? And I don't like Agath for that, but I would never kill her for that. But also, I'm pretty sure she wanted me to be inherited with the mansion, and it seems we've confirmed that, so I guess I might kill her for that, but I wouldn't kill her for that. I am the rightful heir to this mansion, and I don't like the fact that she's selling it. So, if I had a reason to kill her, I suppose it would be that, but of course, I would never kill her. As you remember, everyone left the table one by one. Birthmark, what he did is went to his room, got the flowers, and then put them in Skella's room, and then tried to return to the table at the beginning. Who knows? But the old chef is dead. The new chef is me, Chef Abrold, and that was my father. Dead, doing what he loved, cooking for the rich.
What about this closed barrel? It's great.
Oh,
okay. The closed barrel, opening it up, reveals that there are very spicy peppers inside. Nothing special or fantastic inside. What else did you want to look at? Yum. The crates. Behind the crates, you do discover a lever or a button, and upon pressing it, you do open up the conservatory with a loud boom being opened up.
yeah! Look at us. We're being smart. I want to see what the father was killed by. Was it a knife?
Okay, yeah. He was not murdered, but he did die doing the job. It was an accident that could have been prevented. They died under a giant sack of potatoes. They got crushed under a giant sack of potatoes. It fell and crushed them, and they died.
R.I.P.
Now, what about this list? Out of curiosity.
The list. You mentioned the list a minute ago too. That one would be a schedule, but suspiciously,
Oh,
it
my
looks
bad.
like
My bad.
something.
Sorry.
Still going.
It was actually a clue. Give him time. Give him time.
Suspiciously, it does appear that one of the bulletin points on it is actually sticking out of the poster, as if there's a button there.
I pressed the button!
You press the button, you hear a loud click, but nothing happens.
Got any cat food?
No, there is no cat food in the kitchen anywhere. The chef confirms to you that
I mean,
they actually was very adamant that the cat never made it into the kitchen, and that if anyone was going to either pay for the food or do anything with the food, it had to be Serene, who took care of all that stuff because it was her cat, and this is his kitchen. Got fish. There is fish.
can we use it?
Bro.
Can you use the fish?
Vague, man.
There's fish. We'll just say they're in the crates. There's fish in the crates. I don't know what you want with fish.
The cat. Damien's
Oh, the cat.
Like the
Oh, the
hell.
cat. Oh. There is no cat in here. I'm sorry. There's like 2 side quests in this game, basically. And you guys have like started both of them, and you've gotten a lot of evidence for the main quest, which is like figuring out who killed who. I was gonna go around the mansion. Okay. Each room we visit or have visited, it does not work. And Serene gets very mad at you for thinking that would work because she has obviously tried that a bunch. And she's mad at you for thinking that would work because she's a bitch like that.
Damn. Kinda hope she's a killer.
Okay.
She's bratty.
I'm gonna put that in the notes. She's a bitch.
She's bratty. That's her thing. She's bratty.
Classic rich girl.
It's your
You're
turn,
insufferable,
actually. So, did
woman.
you want to go to the conservatory?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's open.
I want to sniff the axe.
You find that this axe has very clearly been sitting here for a while. There's actually dust gathered on it. And as you look further around, you see that there is clearly nothing that has ever been touched by this axe in the conservatory. Or at least not been touched with it in a very long time. Dante gives you a couple of glances as well. The shed itself is kind of dusty. Again, it doesn't look like anything's been touched in a while. As you go into the chest, Dante interjects and pleads for you not to look inside.
Dude, it's okay. We already know about your anime. Let me look in.
Your anime girlfriend. He doesn't stop you from opening it. When you open it, you discover a record of a log book, basically. This log details each time someone has come to take care of the conservatory. And the last log is from Dante, but it's listed months ago. They have not done anything in the conservatory for months. And that is what Dante admits to you now. I've not been working in the conservatory. I don't like working in the conservatory, and this I haven't been working as a means of protest because I don't get paid enough. I don't get paid enough. You have to do like a whole secret thing just to get in here. It's too much. And so I don't like doing it. And that's why I'm
honestly, what a mood.
How are the birds not dead? They eat food, bro.
There's spiders and stuff. There's things for them to eat.
Pots.
The pots. Underneath one of the pots, you discover a very clear button. It's very obviously a button.
Bro, where
I
the hell
push
is it?
button.
You hear a click, but nothing happens.
Anything on this over here?
Again, there's very clearly space where the door has been sliding open. Dante has no idea how to get access to it, but he does confirm that this door would lead to Agath's room, because he has seen it cracked open before. Don't worry about what that buttons are for yet.
Oh!
What is this plant doing here? That is a good question.
What is it? I looked all around for it too, bro.
It's just a plant. Dante speaks to you. He says, I am not in charge of what plants are brought to the mansion, nor which plants are planted, or any of that stuff. Agath is responsible for what plants are brought here. I realize now that if I had done research on the plants that, were put here, if I had actually done my job and actually was a bit of a groundskeeper for the conservatory, I would have discovered it and probably removed it. But again, I was not doing my job in the past few months, so that's on me. But I don't know what it's doing here. I don't know why it was
It lets
planted.
you on up. How about I go for the cabinets over here? These
All right.
two over here.
Which one do you want to look at?
Making you choose
This one, next picture.
That one. Okay, that one just has a handful of activity books, actually. So if you came to visit, there's a couple of things that you can do for activities, but there's nothing special or fun about them. There is probably a coloring book in there, yeah.
Then this one over
Then
here.
this one. Okay, on this one you find different jars. One of them has a skull symbol on it. It is very dusty, and it is labeled poison.
Well, damn.
Found the murder weapon!
Why are they keeping it out here?
So,
But it's really dusty.
taking it off the shelf, you realize that the bottle is empty, but underneath there is a button.
Bro.
I pushed the button.
I don't know why Wild just happens to be finding the buttons. You press the button, you hear a click, but nothing happens.
God damn it, I keep finding the useless ones. I want to dig through the trash.
I feel like you're living up to.
I
to
went
a
full
fox. I feel
fox
like-
mode.
Yeah, I feel like foxes don't do that, but they do. In the trash,
They do.
everyone looks at you and they kind of give you a face of disgust a little bit because they're like, I mean, it's sure, good job, I guess, trying to be adamant about looking at everything, but there's nothing in the trash but old food and just trash, like wrappers. Damien's face. Throw tables out. They're cheaply made. You're throwing the tables around. Not only does Dante get very pissed at you, but so does the chef because you wasted all the food.
I mean, I could eat all the food.
You did just dig through the trash, so yeah, maybe, but listen, we're dealing with a murder and y'all are worried about wasting food in a mess. It's good food though. It's good food. I have to eat that food. You can't waste the food.
There's even more trash.
That's true. There is more trash. Okay, well, on this poster board, obviously you can see the missing cat poster for Serene's cat. There's also a couple of other things on there. One of them is a reminder that dinner is supposed to take place on today's date, and that the new owner of the mansion would be announced then. There's also a list of rules for the library.
But this window, I mean, it's not to the outside.
This window is very suspicious. You are correct. You peel back the blinds and discover that there is just a brick wall behind this window.
What if wall is fake?
Dante just shrugs. It's like, I don't know, man. The chef obviously doesn't know. Skella and Birthmark obviously do not know either. Serene is just also shrugs and admits that she has no idea what it is either.
The trash actually might be important because there's papers on the floor right next to the trash. That's us. Who's ripping up books? Y'all have no decency.
Okay, these papers and notes that you find in the trash are all just random different research notes that have been scribbled by different various people coming in and out of the library, as well as some records for library books being checked out. There's also, obviously, regular trash, like just empty blank papers, coloring book pages maybe, old food like banana peels, orange peels, that kind of thing. But you do not find anything of significance. And again, everyone gives you this time a look of disgust, but a little bit of I'm starting to get used to this kind of look.
You already took the trash thing from me. But I'll take this table over here. What on earth is going on? With the exception of the fruit. We already know.
Yeah,
that
someone
Skella
was doing.
too busy.
Skella was too busy munching on bananas. You can clearly tell that they were doing research on the supernatural.
We're just like, okay, just in case the supernatural is existing, we need to go and like make sure she can't haunt us, you know, and tell on us later.
Sus? What is sus? The wall? Oh, you found the secret back way. Indeed, indubitably.
Finally.
So that I don't have any comment on it. Because it is just it's just what it is. There's clearly some way to get access to that door. The only other thing I will say is that Dante shakes his head a ton and is like, I swear I didn't know this. It's not even on the plans. It's not on the floor plan. There should not be a door here. I don't know what's going on. So what was the order of books again? Doesn't matter. I wasn't saying them in a specific order. There was the code book. Wild's currently holding it because she took it earlier. There's a book about bats. There's a book about plants. There's a book about poisons. There's a book about space. And there's a book about fantasy. It's like a fantasy novel or maybe...
Your book.
Sure, it's absurd above all else in there. You're pulling fantasy? Correct. You pull out the fantasy book. It is just a standard fantasy book. Dragons, maybe even ghosts, all that kind of stuff.
Ooby.
Wizards, spells, all kinds of crazy nonsense. But there's nothing special in it. It's not hollow. There's no secret pages. Nothing's highlighted. It's just a normal fantasy book. You was thinking about what didn't belong? That's smart, but unfortunately that wasn't the answer. What should I do, people?
Plant book,
Maybe
plant
this
book,
table over here.
Plant book.
Plant book, table.
Oh, that's true. The plant book too.
Plant book or table. Taking the plant book off the shelf, you realize that it's not a book. It's not a normal book. First of all, where the pages are, there's like almost like a key slot, and it fits into the back of the bookshelf. Opening up the book, you can see that there is a slot for something to go in. And it is shaped like a plant.
The flower?
Taking Birthmark's plant.
That is not the correct plant. It does not fit into it. It has 3 leaves. And it's kind of the petals are kind of circular.
I think I know which one it is, but I'll just...
Yeah, I mean, you can tell her or advise.
It's the pink one. Oh, here. Here.
I guess. I'm not really...
That is correct. As you touch it, you realize that it is made of metal and not plant stuff. It was a very good deceitful plant. Taking it and inserting it into the book and then placing the book back into the bookshelf will then give you a loud thud. a loud clank, and something may have happened in the back. And that is the end of the third episode in this Who Done It special. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next week, or maybe in a few days, we'll have the finale out. The finale will be here, and the answer to who did it will finally be there. Let me know in the comments below who you think did it, because as I said, next week or in a few days when that next episode comes out, there will be no chances left to guess because we'll finally know who did it. So please do consider commenting all that, and let me know in the comments below what you've thought of the series so far. As well, please do consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and doing all those wonderful things like that, because when you do wonderful things like that, not only do you get access to wonderful content such as this, but you also get to become wonderful yourself, and I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful.